Well, Mayor, it's been a whirlwind 3 day or 3 or 4 days for me. I've lived here in Trophy Club since 2018, and I can't believe I walk my dog in the neighborhood in your beautiful Trophy Club all the time. And every time, or a lot of times when I see your signs up, there's always a group around having a cup of coffee or something like that. And so I figured I'd go in there and tell them, hey, I see the mayor's signs up all the time, and I had no idea I was going to walk into you there. So it's an honor for me to be here. And like I say, our family has lived here since 2018, and there's a feeling in this community that we haven't had before. We've lived all throughout the United States, and we really enjoy Trophy Club, and we thank you so much for your leadership on that.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
everybody talks highly of you. I'm sure this election is just going to be a rubber stamp.
Well, nothing is a rubber stamp. You know that. You're a baseball player. You know you have to work to win. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And last Wednesday morning when I met you, you were walking on the street with your dog. What's your dog's name?
Casey.
Casey, and he's your best friend.
Oh, he is.
He's your best
He's the only
friend.
one in the family who never gets yelled at.
Oh, okay. So anyway, when I met you, I hollered at you and I said, "Look, I've just been at your neighbor's having coffee, and you are invited next week, right?" He's called you to invite you.
I'm meeting with him tomorrow. Yeah.
So that's the opportunity that I take great advantage of, is meeting neighbors, and whether it's on the street, having a cookie, or at Starbucks, or at the uh, town hall when people come to our meetings. It's very important for me to meet new people. And one of the things that I particularly like doing is finding out what's your interest and how can I get you to share that with Trophy Club.
Yeah. No, I've noticed that I've had numerous conversations before meeting you. Everybody knows you, but how did you get started in the political career?
I moved to Trophy Club. Yes, I moved to Trophy Club and I was here about 2 years, and all of a sudden I found myself as a council person in 2011. And I also had helped to facilitate various different things before I became a council. And so I was on council for 3 years. And during that time, I actually sponsored the ordinance for golf carts. Do you have a golf cart?
No, I don't.
Oh, you need a golf cart.
Ernie does. My neighbor.
Yeah, Ernie. Do you use Ernie's cart?
I steal it from him.
Oh, good, because I know that he bought a cart, especially when he moved to Trophy Club, because he moved here to be with his son Matt. And the first thing that he did was buy a golf cart. I said, Ernie, you can thank me for that. Yeah. So golf carts have become a real part of Trophy Club, and it was a way to kind of bring us together, to create community. Mm-hmm. And since then, there have been several towns who have also incorporated golf carts into their community as well. So at that time, I left politics, so to speak, and became very active in the town with the women's club. And also, I think right after I was on council, I introduced the Stars and Stripes, which is where we now plant 40,000 flags in the town.
I've seen it, yeah.
Yes, and it's that again. So the golf carts, as well as planting flags, as a way of bringing the community together. And in addition to that, these flags have become a tradition in Trophy Club.
I've seen them, yeah. Now, what were your motivations when you initially got into running for mayor, and your objectives, and have they been met? And then going forward from here, what do you see as your biggest challenge?
Well, I got into being mayor. It never occurred to me to be mayor. However, 3 years ago, the town was in kind of a chaotic leadership chaos. And something happened which we called the switcheroo, so that the person that was going to be mayor, she dropped out, and the council person put himself in to be mayor. And so therefore, Friday night at 5 o'clock, after filing, it was learned that he was going to become mayor without an election. And so therefore, someone called me Friday night 8 o'clock, Jeannette, would you run for mayor? And I said, are you kidding me? You must be kidding. I'm 80 years old. How can you think I can run be mayor? And so within 3 days, we had to file, and we had to file as a write-in. So we had a fabulous campaign, a wonderful time doing it, and we taught people how to write in. And every one of us, I don't know, have you ever written in somebody's name for an election?
You know, I remember that controversy quite a bit. I remember everybody was saying you were the candidate for that. So I may have. I'm not lying to you. I may have wrote
Yeah.
it in right then.
All you had to do was say J.
Yeah.
You didn't have to say J Tiffany, or you didn't have to say Jeannette. It was just a
Yeah.
J. But we taught people how to write in, and we just had a wonderful opportunity to begin to bring the town together. And so I ran very specifically on three things: leadership, integrity, and transparency.
Mhm.
And those three guiding, or continue to be my guiding principles. And so after we won the campaign, won the mayor's race, we got into office, had a good council, and our number one job was to establish leadership in the town. And we did not have a town manager. Listen up, we did not have a town manager, we did not have a town attorney, and we did not have a town secretary. So that gave our new council an opportunity to say, what do we need in this town to lead our town into the future? And so as a council, we selected Brandon Wright is our town manager. And we also learned over the course, as we began working together, that a good, strong town is only as strong as its leadership. Not only its elected leadership, as well as its management leadership. And Brandon has been able to lead us in a very strong, credible way.
Well, it seems by what you're saying now that you have your team organized and together, this next term coming up, you should be a lot more efficient, and your goals should probably be reached a lot easier.
Well, you're right, because over the last 2 years, we have become a town that is been established on a strategic 10-year plan. And so it gives us the opportunity to lead strategically, not, oh, this sounds good, let's do it. Well, let's look in our plan first. Is it in our plan? Well, no, it's not there. So we either need to put it in there or forget it. So the strategy really gives us a guiding map,
Yeah.
in which we make decisions, how we spend our money, and where we want to go. So it allows also a wonderful way, because elected officials turn over. So as elected officials turn over, they come in and they'll know exactly where we are, how we got there, and what's expected of them as well to be a good leader in the town.
When is the election day?
Election day is the final day is May the 2nd, which is a Saturday, and the early voting begins April the 20th.
Yes.
And however, on the 21st, we have a holiday, Cinco de Mayo. Isn't that right? Holiday.
Yeah.
And so we don't vote that day. So then the early voting begins then again on the 22nd.
The major projects you come up. Obviously, the 4th of July is coming up. We're gonna
Oh,
have that.
wow, yeah.
And what would be for the rest of 2026 and into 2027?
Yeah, well, I kind of like to talk about the 4th of July, because, again, the 4th of July is people stay in home in Trophy Club to be here for the 4th of July, because we do a lot of fun stuff. And we particularly have our Parade of Patriots. In fact, I'm not going to announce it, but Bill has been the source of our grand marshal for this Parade of Patriots. In
Yeah. Well, I remember you called me on that, and as much as I'd love to do it, you called me. I said, "Hey, listen, I've got somebody better than you." In fact, you're going to have a hard time seeing who's going to talk more, you or him, on that. Darrell Evans, my
Don't tell him. Don't say. We're going to cut that one out.
He goes on for hours and hours, but he's a dear friend of mine. He's a Hall of Fame, a San Francisco Giant baseball Hall of Famer, world champion with the Detroit Tigers. He's the only guy to hit 40 home runs after age 40, 414 home runs, and in addition to that, back then he's Semper Fi Marine. He was a reservist back in 1969-70. So when he shows up, you'll see all the flags. You talk about your flags; he'll have his flags everywhere, and he's got all that. And
well, I did listen to the video that you sent.
Yeah.
And you know what I really learned about him? I know that he was successful with his statistics. He didn't get to the Hall of Fame, but you know what? He, to me, represents a team player.
Yes.
No matter where he went to win and contribute. And he didn't have to be the one that had the glory. Isn't that true?
No, you're exactly right. He was the captain of our team. And when I came up to the majors, I was 20, 21 years old, and he was 31, 32. And he really walked me through it. I was fortunate that we grew up in Southern California together. He was a heck of a basketball player as well. He played for Jerry Tarkanian at Pasadena City College. So, but yeah, like I say, he's all American red, white, and blue. He'll have more flags on than you do that. And
well, it'll be really great because this is the a parade that will be recognized and honoring the 250th anniversary for the United States of America, and baseball is a big part of that. So we're excited. So the 4th of July is a major event, and which brings me to what we do for the community. We look at every way we can to connect to the community, engage the community. So we have a number of different events over the years. We have the Christmas event. We have the Fall Festival. We have Touch the Truck next week. We have Touch the Truck. If you want to go out and touch the big trucks, it's for children who want to honk the horns and hear the sirens. And so it's always a way that we get into the community. And we do quite a few focus groups. So I think the other thing that we've implemented over these last 3 years that has been very significant is any major project we do in our strategy, we always first engage the community through surveys, focus groups, town halls. Tell us what it is you like about this, gives us direction. And I'll give you a perfect example. One of the big achievements last year was the pickleball courts. Have you been in Harmony Park to see pickleball courts? Well, I'm telling you, those have been a smash, a great success. And that's a first example when we began taking over, doing the leading of the town, is we went out to the community, got their input about pickleball courts, and truly, this is what's pretty sad. We had 75 people come out and give us input, plus a few others, but not many. But with their input, we used their input to help us make a decision, and we determined to place those 6 pickleball courts at Harmony Park. And that Harmony Park has now become a go-to place in Trophy Club. Not that it wasn't, but now this adds even another opportunity for people at Harmony Park.
No, it's a very active community physically, and by and large, everybody's real good shape, and sports is a big part of it. So any way that we can help and contribute to that.
See, and I'm excited about. See, listen to him.
You're
a resource. You're a resource to the town, and
we love it here.
And this is what I also have found in Trophy Club. There are so many people in this town, just like you, who have knowledge, experience, and willingness to share that. And it's finding out who those people are, because they don't just come up and say, I want to help. You got to go out there and find them, just like I did. You got to go out and reel them in and say, will you help? And you know what? People will help if you ask them.
Yes. No,
and
count me in. Yes.
And another accomplishment that I want to share with you is when I was running for for mayor last year, I wanted to do a comprehensive land plan what is this town about? Where can we grow? How can we grow? But under the leadership of our new council, we moved that and did a comprehensive master park plan, which made a lot more sense for Trophy Club because we have houses. We don't have any place to develop particularly. We have a little bit, but not much. But what we do have are parks. And how do we make those parks more connected to our community, bringing the community out, giving them a place to come?
Yeah.
And so when we talk about challenges, we're looking now at implementing some of those priorities. And one of them is medians. You know, people talk about medians. Okay, we want pretty medians.
Yeah.
So that's a part of parks, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
And more recently, trees. We have 5,000 trees in Trophy Club. Well, there is you're like this, you're a company that will go around and identify every tree in the town, and then it kind of reads them in terms of their health. Can you imagine? So we have a contractor to do that to help us begin to really strategically look at our trees. Trees are a huge asset to a community.
Yeah, you know, the trees, and even this park here, Harmony Park, Casey and our whole family comes there regularly. We walk around there.
You do?
It's beautiful. They got that paddleboard up there too. So no,
Do you ever play bocce ball?
I haven't. You know, I've had 3 arm surgeries,
Oh, okay.
and I do more things right-handed than I do. I used to be a left-hand pitcher. I do everything right-handed now. So,
Oh, well, you'll be
but
very.
I try to stay active with everything. I see those guys hitting that ball. I say, oh, that hurts. Just watching.
Hey, Bill, you would be so proud of me when you said that. So when one becomes a mayor, all of a sudden you're asked to do things that you've never considered. Well, one of the things that it's a yearly tradition is the local Bobcat baseball group invites the mayor to come in and throw out the first pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so the first year I threw with my right hand. The second year I had to throw with my left hand because I broke my right hand.
Oh, I know.
And so I shifted. And this year I went back to my right hand and all 3 went over the base.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Well, when you start the new term, like you mentioned, I talked to Daryl Evans about that. In addition to being the 4th of July function, he also wants to get involved with the Pony League, the Little Leagues, the high schools, and I've been with him throughout the country. When you get these kids that are a little loud, but when Daryl steps up there, everything gets real quiet. You know?
That'd be so fun.
He takes over, and he's an American, red, white, and blue. So he'll be happy. He'll be happy to help out.
Well, I know that Kobe Rogers is going to be contacting you to help facilitate that. So I guess what I'd like to kind of close with, I think of my duties as the mayor is to connect the community, to create partnerships, to identify resources to support our strategies, to support our community, and partnering with neighboring communities. We do a lot of work with the neighboring communities. I work with the mayors in the different areas, and we're continually looking for ways to support each other. And one of the things is Westlake, the mayor over there, 2 years ago, we were talking, and he said, you know, Westlake isn't a community feel like a trophy club. And I said, yes. And I told Kim, I said, Mayor, what you need to do is plant flags. And so now they are planting flags all the way down Davis. And this year he said that they've increased in their routes. And it has absolutely brought them, because, you know, Westlake is kind of built around gates.
Sure.
So people live inside their gated communities. Well, this brings them out, and it's given them an opportunity to connect as well.
Good.
So working with our local communities is very important to us also. But there's nothing that I do for Trophy Club that I don't always keep in mind. My number one goal is to keep Trophy Club a great place to call home. It's just a great place. And it's amazing how many people that I will talk to that say, I want to live in Trophy Club.
No.
And so I said, well, come on,
Yeah.
and I'll help you find a house. In
Yeah.
fact, our town attorney wants to live in Trophy Club. I said, Dean, I'm looking for a house for you.
Yeah.
He said, well, keep looking, Mayor. He has 5 kids. So he needs to
Yeah.
make a big decision. But anyway, we love Trophy Club.
No, we're looking forward to further enhancing our time here in Trophy Club, and it's a big family, and we're looking forward to the next few years, and looking forward to getting you back up there and going after them.
So last week you met me, you met a couple other people, and now you've met my
Jared.
friend Jared.
Yes.
Just like that, we're friends.
And everybody knows you.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Every time
You
I-
didn't know me,
Yeah, well,
so now you do.
but they told me all about you.
That's great. Thank you so much,
Oh, my
Bill. I
pleasure.
really appreciate
No,
it.
and look forward to working with you.
Thank you so much,
thanks.
Bill.
Thanks. Come here.
Appreciate it so much.
Oh.
I want to shake your hand.